is back this season, and so is Jennifer.
Yeah.
And that's been some drama for you because you and Evelyn have been butting heads.
Mm-hmm.
And so where does all of this stem from?
You know what? When I met Evelyn a long time ago, it was just in passing, and I kind of knew of her. She knew of me. Then when all that happened with my daughter and she donated money, everybody started hitting me up. Oh my God, Jackie, she's trying to get on the show. You know, she ain't really got nothing going on. She's coming for you. And I'm thinking, why is she coming for me?
What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. And this time, honey, I'm back to talk about Jackie's interview she did a few years ago with the Breakfast Club in regards to her daughter, Takari Lee. So let's check out what Jackie has to say about Takari's claims of being, mistreated by her mom.
Her and my daughter's relationship is totally separate from me, so she ain't coming for me. But when she joined the show, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. We met at Shawnee's party. I said, is this what you came for? She said, no. I said, okay, cool. I'm glad to know you came under better pretenses. And then as the season went on, I started seeing what she really was there for.
Now let's discuss the whole thing with Evelyn and your daughter. So your daughter had a son,
Mm-hmm.
and the son was burned in the daycare center,
Mm-hmm.
right? And she started a GoFundMe account,
Mm-hmm.
and Evelyn donated to that account.
Right.
Did she know your daughter prior to that?
No. Evelyn does not know my daughter. She didn't know her. And my daughter actually is now saying she didn't start it. Some other person started it. So it's really a web of lies and just mess. And I try to stay out of it. That's why I really didn't say much. And I said my one statement at the beginning, and that was if my daughter had have called me and asked me for money when I was on TMZ, she would have gotten the money. But I had already been giving her money. I give her money, I take care of her. So it wasn't about the money.
How old is your daughter for people who don't know?
She's 28. Mm-hmm. 28 years old.
Why is she estranged?
It's her choice. Mm-hmm. I love her, Charlamagne. I mean, I love all my kids. I've always spoiled them. They've always lived a privileged life. And it ain't about the material thing. It's about me not having a lot when I was little. And when I grew up and was successful, I made sure they had everything they needed and wanted. And I guess I just was a little too overprotective and gave them a little too much.
Now, is she the only one not from Doug Christie?
Yes.
Could it be that feeling like she feels like she is not really connected?
And she has expressed that is how she feels.
That's
that
right.
She gets like the other children have favoritism over her.
That's what she feels, and it's never been. And I even, I'm
What do you guys think? I think most of you all believe, Takari, because what child would come out and lie on her mom like that? But child, it's just a really, sad situation. And this is why, though, Jackie can't really be there, you guys, for OG, because, her daughter has, already experienced, a lot of disrespect from Jackie, growing up. So
I'm the type of person I'll ignore a lot of the hate. I've been getting hated on my whole life. But I decided, let me post her life a little bit so y'all can see. As you see, everything is the same with all my children. They're all my kings and queens. So it's unfortunate Kari feels that way. I'll keep loving her. I'm her mother. I'm not going to throw her under the bus. There's a lot I could do to dispel a lot of this. But it would be putting her out there.
How does Doug treat her?
Loves her. Treat her like she was his own. That's why it hurts his heart right now. Mm-hmm. Like, he's very upset. He don't even want to talk about it. Like, when it first started coming out 6 years ago, he cried. He said, this is not the daughter I raised. I tried to be the best father to her. I don't know why she's acting this way and doing this.
But hell, we heard from Chantel that Doug pretty much lets Jackie run the household, so he's one of those guys. So
And then he just took a back seat.
When did she start feeling that way? At what age?
She started acting up probably about 6 years ago. She started doing this.
So she's about 21, 22?
Yeah, probably right around when she started having kids and being with this guy she's with. And, she wanted more. He wants more. Well, your parents got this, and why don't they buy you a Range Rover? Why they buy you a Toyota?
Now, there are some people, that's like that. They will get all up in your kid's ear and, get you to talk against your parents. But for some reason, I'm not thinking that that's, what's true in this situation.
That type of thing. It's like, that's a brand new car.
Did you buy the other kids Range Rovers and just her to Toyota?
No, she was the first one, and it's like, I'm not going to buy, you don't even know how to drive. I'm not going to go out and buy you a Range Rover.
What kind of cars do the other kids have?
Well, now.
They may not be Rangers, but they might be better than
cars. My son isn't even driving age yet. He's only 15, 16. And then Shani has a sports car, but it's, she just got it It's like a Chrysler, but it's like a 2016 or something, 15. Her dad bought it for her, but we waited till she was 22, 23 years old, and she earned it. And Takari, we gave her one at 18.
Is Takari in Doug's will?
Yeah.
Takari has even said that
Takari gets $8 million.
Takari has even said that Doug has always...
What? Excuse me?
If Doug or I was to pass, Takari gets $8 million.
That's a good lump sum.
Maybe she wants me to pass. I don't know.
No, don't
Does
say
she
that.
know that?
Yeah.
Well,
What do y'all think about Jackie dropping that number like that? Like, oh, well, Takari would get $8 million. And, what do y'all think about that? Y'all think that's kind of manipulative and calculated? Like, we include her in everything and... Child, it's a big mess. Now, what child, though, would lie about colorism, though? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, children can pick up on if they are the favorite or not. So, I don't feel like she's lying, about that at all, because we heard it from Chantel as well. It's not like it's just Takari's word against Jackie's. It was Chantel, that put it all out there before even Takari, so.
What do the other kids get? Oh, it's good. Then what she
And it ain't a
tripping on?
lot, but I mean, it's...
Look at Charlemagne. What is she tripping on then? See, this is to, change the narrative, honey.
That's a lot of money.
It's ridiculous.
That's a lot of
But
money.
here's the thing. You did post that she did wish you a happy Mother's Day, just this year. So you think that it's the people around her influencing her to...
Definitely. Kari, not only did she wish me a happy Mother's Day, Kari and I talk on the phone like any mother and daughter. We giggle, we laugh, we talk about her relationship. I'm like, Kari, what is going on? Why is all this on the internet? Won't you stop it? Mom, I don't know why they doing that. It ain't me. That's what she says. I have proof. So it's kind of like...
Show us the proof, Jackie. Now, you guys, this interview is from 2017, so it's a little old, honey.
The Kari that I'm dealing with, my daughter, is a whole different person than this internet garbage that's out there.
Did you know your granddaughter was a granddaughter or grandson that was
Grandson.
birth? Did you know your grandson was birth?
Mm-hmm. She called me and told me I was in Atlanta doing a play, and she called and told me what happened, and I was going to come there. And she was like, no, he's fine, Mom. He's bandaged up. The baby's dad was there. His parents were there. I'm like, okay. She was like, I'll give you pictures. I'll keep you up to date. So we were talking constantly. I was like, do you need anything? She was like, no.
So you didn't know she needed money or allegedly needed money?
She didn't need money. On top of the daycare being at fault, paying for everything, that wasn't it. And when the GoFund came out, when Evelyn did donate, it had been out for months before she did that. Mm-hmm. They made it go viral after me and Doug got married in the show. We did it on VH1 in Portugal. So it was a big deal. Kari wasn't at the wedding. She felt some type of way, but she just had a baby. Right. So, you know what I mean? And I
she was invited.
Yeah, of course. She's invited to all my weddings.
So is it one of those things where they know y'all got money, so they're like, why your grandson got to GoFundMe? Y'all got money, you shouldn't have that.
But I was wondering when I seen it, doesn't she have health insurance?
Yes.
Usually the hospital, you don't need money.
That's right.
Usually I know my daughter just had a $22,000 bill when she was sick. But regardless, only had to pay 10%.
That's right.
Which is $2,000. So I was wondering what money would she need if she had health insurance?
That's exactly right. And on top of that, the daycare was paying everything.
Right.
It's their fault. He was in their care. So I'm going, why are you guys making this? This is my daughter. I love my grandson. I love all my kids and their kids. But you're making it like it's me and attacking me. And what am I supposed to do? Whatever they need, I'm here.
Why didn't you donate to the GoFundMe though?
I'm not going to never donate to publicly, why would I need to do that when you can call me and I can go to Western Union or I could go and cash app you like I've been doing for 28
your mom
years.
to donate to your own GoFundMe.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
But you said your daughter didn't create that. She said somebody else created that. So do you know where that money went? Or
Yeah.
Do y'all believe Jackie, honey? Okay, do y'all believe what Jackie is saying?
Well, she ended up with 19,000, 17,000, something like that. And I heard that it went to tennis shoes and
so your daughter did
weed
get it.
and, oh yeah.
Weed?
She got it and yeah. Everybody else got it, and that's what hurt my feelings because it's like the public, I would never mislead the public. Well, it's not, no, and it's not throwing my daughter. It wasn't hers. It was the
she
people
said somebody
she's
else
around.
started a GoFundMe.
And it was them that spent the money. It wasn't even, it didn't even really go to my grandmother.
Oh, so your daughter never got none of that money?
She got it in her hands, but
they took it from her.
It got spent all up is what I'm hearing. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't ask her. We've talked a lot of times since then, and she's in a good mood whenever I talk to her. So that's why it's shocking to me when I wake up to tweets and garbage on the internet. I just got to the point now where I just block it out.
So your daughter has terrible influences around her.
Terrible. and I'm just going to be real with that. And that's not throwing under the bus, that's keeping it real.
Now, she also has a tell-all book coming out later on this month that's about you, and some of those excerpts have leaked online, and she said a lot of things about you. Is anything that she said true? Like
No.
she said you used to be a scammer, and you used to... What kind of scammer?
Jackie knows she used to scam, honey, okay? Allegedly.
Yeah, she said, I guess I was a drug dealer, and I taught, one of the biggest drug dealers how to deal drugs and all of this stuff.
Can't
And
you
it's
sue
so
somebody
sad.
for putting out
Yeah, you
false
can.
information and have that book not actually come out if it's not true?
Yeah, and the only reason I hadn't yet gotten to that point is she had been doing this has been going on 6-7 years now. It's getting heavier now. I guess we on season 7 of the show. I'm more popular. They just really feel like, and the girl she's messing with was in her life before. We actually gave her $3,500 a couple of years ago because she was threatening Takari, saying, I did all this publicity for her. And, Kari called me crying, Mom, help me. I said, listen, I don't get involved in this garbage, but because you're my daughter, I'm going to pay these people this money for this publicity thing and all of that, because at the time it was supposed to be legit. They're helping her, so-called, with her career. Found out it was all bogus, and this is the same person.
My thing is this: if my daughter is going around lying on me, I'm suing her ass. So to me, it just seemed like, if it's not true, then why are you allowing it? Do you see what I'm saying? To me, it's kind of like Jackie kind of knows some of the stuff that Takari is saying is true, so... Jackie, I don't know about you. Now, it's sad, you guys, because like I told y'all, Jackie was one of my favorites on the show, before I found out about all of this with her daughter. I find Jackie to be funny. I don't know. She just likes to drink, talk shit, have a good time. Jackie is a bit eccentric, and I could deal with that because I get so sick of these women on these shows acting all superficial and stuck up and thinking that they better than everybody. So Jackie kind of had that edge over them, but, all this stuff with her daughter, honey, even though it's in the past, it's just really sad, honey. And I just wonder how OG feels about this. Like, I wonder, has anybody, ever interviewed her about, the situation with Jackie's daughter, since OG is dealing with colorism on the show, and then you got Takari's claims of colorism, with Jackie growing up. So
person now going around saying I'm about to become a millionaire off Jackie and them. No, the fuck you're not.
Is your daughter bipolar? Is it bipolar? Because it seems like one day she talks to you and this, and then next day she writes a book.
Right.
So was she always bipolar?
Well, we noticed when she got in high school. She's always went to Christian academies, private schools. All my kids did. My mom, I retired her when Kari was a baby.
Now y'all trying to say the girl is bipolar, honey, because she cool one day, the next minute she ain't cool. She got another story. They are really spinning this.
I said, she worked at the hospital. You come take care of my daughter. I'll take care of all your bills, Mom. I just wanted my mom with me because we're best friends. And I have 6 sisters and 3 brothers. So Kari started acting out in high school. She finally, I want to go to public school. You're sheltering me, blah, blah. Put her in public school in Sacramento. And she was like, no, the kids don't like me. They keep calling me dark-skinned, blah, blah. I said, Kari, you're beautiful. We did everything we could. We went up to the school, everything. That's when we got her diagnosed, and they said, She
was bipolar?
Yeah.
Why would you have to be a scammer if you was married to Doug Christie all those years?
Well, no, this is before Doug Christie.
But you've been together 20 plus years.
You gotta see, she had her daughter Takari before.
Oh, got you.
Before she was married.
Yeah, no.
Takari daddy a drug dealer?
Takari's father was.
Well, you was probably running a little
No, I wasn't.
You know you was, Jackie. You know you was out in these streets, girl.
I'm not gonna lie. I did do the little return to clothes. I never really bought.
Did you get? Oh, yeah, the clothes thing. And I'm like, stealing and returning clothes, girl.
You was a booster?
That's what they said I was a booster. I said, Lord Jesus. What else did I do?
What's her daddy now?
He's still incarcerated. Yeah, he had a long-term incarceration.
Is he in her life at all? Do they speak?
You know what? I think they start speaking, and everybody's like, well, that, whole thing from the jail is probably what else is influencing her to do this whole book thing. I don't know. Me and him was on good terms. He knew that I met Doug, and I told him about Doug, and he said, we had a meeting before me and Doug ever got serious, and he said, all I want is if he's going to be in Takari's life is for him to always respect my daughter. No problem. That's what we did anyway. And
how did you meet Doug?
That's the last I talked to him. I met Doug in Seattle at a sports bar through a mutual friend that had been telling us for years, you guys would be great to meet each other. He was still in college at Pepperdine.
How long was the drug dealer locked up at that point?
He had been locked up for like 10 years.
Oh yeah, you was good. Yeah, you was good.
Yeah, long time.
Now look,
He got life.
I think 50 years or something. I don't really know. I tend to, like, because I don't want people to go, oh, she's throwing him under, because I have nothing but respect for Tyrone. That's her dad's name.
Tyrone. That's a drug dealer name.
Tyrone. But Kari, you know,
They are
feels
stupid.
like you gave, you know, my sister and brother preferential treatment, which is not true. And maybe.
Well, Jackie, you did have the dark-skinned daughter first, and then, you know, you made sure you went light the second time around, okay? So, I mean, it kind of looks like that, okay? That's what one would think, you know?
And said it to her. And then when she talks to me on the phone, it's like, Mom, these people are crazy. I know I had a good life and I still have one. It's them, you know, and it's like...
As a mom, this is difficult, though, because...
I think it's wrong for Envy all throughout the interview to be like, she bipolar, you know, he's like very dismissive about it. And it's like, you don't know her daughter. Now, on the other side of it, guys, I think I did a video in the past about Takari, and y'all know she got like 3 and 4 kids, and a lot of people was kind of dragging her about that and saying, you know, she got to be messed up if she is out here having all these kids and can, you know, barely support them. You know, we heard Jackie talk about it a bit on season 6. Y'all remember that season that Evelyn had came back to the show. So what do you guys think about that? I feel like a lot of times a woman will, you know, have like a lot of children if she didn't get the love from her mom growing up. She probably does have some negative, you know, people in her life, you know. And then did y'all hear what Jackie said about Takari spending the money up on shoes and weed, and, you know, her boyfriend pretty much took the money? What do you guys feel about that? Child, it's a lot. It is a lot. I mean, that type of stuff does happen. You know, you had a wrong man in your life and you know, steady having all these kids, and I don't know. It could, you know, definitely happen. But Jackie, if you treated your daughter unfairly, you kind of set the stage to make those type of things happen, right? If you steady, you know, telling your daughter Chantel, oh, well, Takari is the black fat one and you're the model, and, you know, she's just unhappy with herself, and, you know, like, you're very dismissive of her, you know, that would create a situation to where she feels like, you know, I'm not good enough. I'm going to keep having these kids. I'm going to have the wrong people in my life. We've all been there. This isn't just about Takari. You know, if you go through things with your parents in your childhood, that affects you in adulthood. You know, you have to answer to those problems that you had with your parents. You know, everything that you go through in childhood, it just follows you, you know, throughout your whole life. So Jackie, to me, is just being very, like, dismissive about it. Like, oh, well, you know, she just bipolar and she just got all these issues and she's the one with the problem. And, like, no, I don't think that this girl is just crazy like this. You know, like, we all know when somebody is getting more favorable treatment over us. I don't think Takari is stupid, you know?
Because obviously you love your daughter. You know she's having some issues and things that she's going through. So you can't throw your daughter under the bus. And I'm sure you wish you had a better handle on the situation.
I really do. And I wish we could show the world our relationship. But at this point, she's dead set on making millions of dollars for this book for her kid's father and her and all of these other people. She's not looking at, after this is all done and you put this thing out here and I sue you guys, then what are we going to do?
Oh, you are going to sue. I thought you said you wasn't going to sue.
You know what I mean? Our relationship will then become a serious situation. Right now, I have nothing but love for my daughter. I'm going to continue to love her. But it's going to get real ugly if they continue to slander my name.
Now, you also said some negative things about Evelyn's daughter.
Child, we go ahead and end the video right there. Y'all get down in the comments and let me know, who do you believe? Do you tend to believe Takari and, what she says happened in her childhood with her mom, Jackie Christie? Or do you believe Jackie? You think that Takari may be bipolar and may have a switch of the moods? 1 minute she loves her mom, the next minute she's throwing her under the bus and calling her a colorist. Like, child, I mean, why would Chantel lie? We saw Chantel tell Laura, I played y'all the clip, okay? I got the tapes. Okay, so we all seen that for Chantel to admit to the unfair treatment that her sister had to go through with her mom, that pretty much puts the nail in the coffin for me, honey. So, it explains so much of what I see on Basketball Wives with Jackie and, her not being able to console OG and have OG's back, when it comes to this colorism issue. I noticed, like I told y'all, she keeps trying to talk OG out of her feelings. Child, the season finale, honey, it comes on tomorrow night. We only got, 7 episodes this season? So, child, do you think that Basketball Bullies is a wrap? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.